I dare not stop walking forward for a moment. I will always be the first to come to the library. The last one to leave. All spare time is filled with part-time jobs. I want to pay off the $500,000 that his father gave to my parents. Standing upright beside him. Last year, when I solemnly handed over $500,000 to him. He took it. I thought he understood that I was reshaping my self-esteem. Soo-yeon saw my tears. Be stuck dumb by. Showing deep remorse, I'm sorry. I pushed away his outstretched hand. My heart seems to be held tightly by one hand. It hurts so much that I can't breathe. When the atmosphere in the living room is almost frozen. Soo-yeon's phone is ringing. He hesitated and gave me a glance. Or should we distance ourselves and answer the phone? I heard the voice of Ji-yu on the phone, and my legs hurt so much. Soo-yeon's back stiffened for a moment. I heard him reply. Wait for me. He can't leave. I covered my chest. Speaking weakly of Soo-yeon. I feel sick. If he could turn around and look at me. You can definitely see how fair my face is. But he didn't. He didn't even take an umbrella. We all need to calm down when we fall out of the door. The door just closed. I fell to the ground in pain. Blackening in front of my eyes. I feel the approach of death. A strong sense of crisis suddenly rose in my heart. I can't die. I tried my best to get out of the quagmire of my family. Having a glamorous education and enjoying a job. I can't die here. I climbed over and picked up my phone. Call 120. Quietly reporting the address. Get a definite response. I'm in tears. Lying on the ground. Call Soo-yeon. Meet. Please connect quickly. Didn't you say you wouldn't leave me behind? I'm afraid of being alone in the hospital. One after another. He didn't answer. I finally gave up. Third year in high school. Long-term malnutrition combined with high academic pressure. I fainted during the flag-raising ceremony. My mom took a look at me at the hospital. The first sentence is scolding my family for not washing their clothes for several days. Don't pretend to be dead and lazy. I heard that I need to pay for medical expenses. She sneaked away while the doctor wasn't paying attention. Soo-yeon took on all of my medical expenses. He was cursing and cursing at the same time. While I was on the hospital bed, I put the papers I sent out today. Don't worry about anything. Don't blame me for speaking harshly. Your parents are such beasts. I was sick and asked to bring the exam paper over to you. Are you made of chicken blood? So we can put it together. Hurry up and eat. The chicken soup cooked by my aunt at home. Ga boo. Don't finish drinking. I'll turn my face and show you. He brings me 3 meals a day. Take the hospital as your own home. Running here every day. On the day of discharge. I have gained 5 pounds more than before I was hospitalized. Soo-yeon is very satisfied. Pinching my face didn't disappoint me for watching the pig farming technique all night long. I swear with emotion that Soo-yeon. You will be hospitalized in the future. I also bring you food every day. He sneered at me, don't curse me. I am grateful for Soo-yeon's care. I know his father asked him to take the IELTS exam. He suffered from procrastination and refused to prepare. I took time to study with him. March. Let's take the exam together. I scored 8 points on the exam. He's 7. Exceeding the goals set by his father. He excitedly hugged me and circled around. You are really my lucky star. Undergraduate overachiever. Suddenly picked up. I was so scared that I hugged him tightly. Soo-yeon blushed and stopped. He also trembled and hugged me. We held each other under the tree for 5 minutes. No one spoke. I don't find it difficult to endure either. Beautiful memories remain vivid in my mind. Tears are flowing from the corners of the eyes. A touch of coolness, help me wipe it clean. I opened my eyes. I'm already in the hospital. Soo-yeon's eyes turned red. I'm sorry, Chunaway. I don't know if you're really uncomfortable. I just said it in a daze. I said I'm not feeling well. His tears immediately came down. Continuously apologizing. I learned from the hospital that I fainted because of excessive emotional fluctuations. Soo-yeon took care of me in the hospital for a week. Even moving my work to my ward. I neither welcome nor reject his arrival. Completely ignoring. He seemed oblivious. Passionate about hot face stickers and cold buttocks. Even the nurse whispered to me that your boyfriend is really good to you. The day before discharge. Soo-yeon sat on the sofa. Suddenly pushing away the small mountain-like documents irritably is really annoying. I don't want to work. At this moment. A boy dropped his exam paper in my ear. Complaining to Xiao Zhou like she was coquettish towards me. I don't want to brush up on the questions, okay? My heart moved. I didn't react. I called his name Soo-yeon. Soo-yeon ran excitedly to the bedside and you talked to me. He held me in his arms. Constantly confessing, I deserve to die. I shouldn't have kept it from you. Ji-yu and I are really just friends. I don't like her. I only like you. You can relax. I fired her. Promise not to have any further contact with her in the future. I shouldn't question your love for me. How could I not know that you love me the most? Can you forgive me? He spoke and talked. I cried out. Love me doesn't look like a fraud. Can one person love two people at the same time? When he hugged her intimately as in the photo. Is there really no heartbeat? I let him hold me tightly. Whispered in his ear that this was the second time. What second time? It's nothing. I said. Good. Soo-yeon held my face in her hands. Her eyes sparkled with a fine spring light. I just want to be with you. No one is more important than you. The day after discharge. He proposed to me. I promised. Strangely enough. The moment I received the ring. Beyond feeling happy. I was actually curious. He proposed sincerely. Still out of guilt and compensation. When Ji-yu appeared at the wedding. I want to clarify the answer to this question. It's a guilt that can't last long. I pulled off my veil. Step by step towards Soo-yeon. What is the situation? Soo-yeon. She said she wanted to come and see our wedding. I gave her an invitation, and Soo-yeon's mouth twitched slightly a few times. Or choose to stand between me and Ji-yu. Block my view of her. Don't be angry, Chunhui. She was just joking. Can the wedding continue? How did Ji-yu know we were getting married? It's just that Soo-yeon is still in contact with her without telling me. I'm not upset. Some are actually the relief and relaxation that have finally arrived. I compared over a dozen wedding dress shops and finally selected the headscarf to put in Soo-yeon's hand. Smile, continue. I happen to give you the venue. Ji-yu's eyes quickly flashed with pride. The next second, tears welled up in my eyes. Just like how I bullied her, Sister Chunhui. Mr. Su said he is worried that the wedding will be dull. That's why I added some of our previous photos to liven up the atmosphere. She pitifully added, I didn't know you would be so angry. Chunhui Su's face turned white. Ji-yu is not the kind of person you think he is. Don't joke about marriage being so important. I mercilessly gave him a glance, but you can use your pig brain to think about it. If I put such intimate photos with other men at the wedding. Explain with a joke. Would you like to? People who can do such things. Not stupid. It's just being cheap. And you and I took advantage of them not paying attention. Crossing over Soo-yeon. A strand of hair that holds onto Ji-yu's tongue. Brainless and vulgar. Do you know how long I have been preparing for the wedding? Bitch. Ah. Amidst the piercing screams of Ji-yu. I slapped her hard. Soo-yeon immediately pulled us away. Surprised Dao Chunhui. What are you doing? In the eyes of everyone who knows me. I have such a good temper that I almost feel weak. Don't talk about hitting people. He has never seen me argue with anyone before. Actually, they failed to touch my bottom line. My heart is big. Can tolerate many offenses from others. They are not important. My heart is also very small. Very few people live in it. Now. Another one is missing. I sneered, you're also a bitch. In their shocked gaze. I walked up to the big screen. Take off that engagement ring. Smile and bless me. I became single again today. Because my ex-fiancé I got involved with his secretary. And even ruined my wedding. These two are a perfect match. Let's bless them. I clapped my hands. There were only sporadic applause on the field. It's my roommates with red eyes. I smiled at them. Throw the ring away casually. Carrying the skirt and walking towards the door. Chunhui hurriedly went to pick it up in a hurry. I never turned back. Every step was taken with great determination. When taking a taxi, the driver glanced at me quietly from the rearview mirror. Pass me a packet of paper, girl. Wipe away your tears. It's not worth being a scumbag for. I just realized that I was crying. I shed a tear, this is. Cry with joy. 4 years ago. I am gradually breaking the shackles of my original family. From the day forth. There is no more Joe Indy in the world. Only Joe Chownaway. Today. I have once again left a bad intimate relationship. The process is not perfect. But the result is good. When Soo-Yun returned. I'm packing up the last thing. Almost everything in the house was bought by Soo-Yun. I only took my clothes with me. He grabbed my suitcase. Where are you going? Both confused and angry. You've already been stubborn at today's wedding. Do you want to run away from home now? I calmly watched as he let go. Get out of here. Where else can you go? No need for you to worry. I have rented a house. When did he stare wide-eyed? On the second day of my birthday. Without any hesitation. When he left me behind. After staying up all night at the hospital to take care of Jiu. I took a leave this morning to view the property. Sign the contract at noon. Return to the company in the afternoon to continue working. I never thought about telling Soo-Yun. Perhaps it has been since that day. I know deep down in my heart. There will always be this day. Soo-Yun was completely confused. Injury and confusion appeared on his face. I scanned this house that I had been living in for 3 years. Everywhere is familiar. Warm living room, clean kitchen. Soft and fluffy carpet. They all poured my heart and soul into it. Recorded our happiness. This doesn't belong to me. Soo-Yun's face turned green. Incompetent and furious. I pounded the wall hard just because of a joke. You're about to leave me. Joke. When your first reaction was to protect her. You have used up your last chance. He doesn't understand what I mean. She liked to joke around when she was studying abroad. I just want to liven up the atmosphere. This time it was a bit too much. If you don't want to see her again. Shall I blacklist her? He urgently held his phone. Click on Jiu's chat page. I have scanned it. 1 second before Soo entered the room. They're still chatting. He realized it was not good. Hardcore to delete Jiu. He added her to the blacklist right under my nose. Then show me your phone. Taking credit is average, you see. Really deleted it all. I didn't answer. Just shaking my head has nothing to do with me anymore, Soo-Yun. Perhaps you didn't understand what I said at that absurd wedding. I solemnly tell you here. We broke up. Very lucky. I haven't received my license yet. The last sentence was a killer for him. He held back his red eyes. Grasping my suitcase, I don't want to let go of Chunaway. Isn't this our home? You're leaving me alone now. 4 years of university. We haven't broken up even though we're so far away. Didn't you say you wanted to be together forever? I don't want to argue with him anymore. Grab his hand. Pull open forcefully. I accidentally pulled off his watch. The black watch fell to the ground. The parts were thrown out. Be a person, Soo-Yun. Don't remind me repeatedly. You have had an ambiguous relationship with Jiu for a long time. I have already been a scapegoat once. You hate me. I don't hate you. I just don't have any expectations for you anymore. I don't know when you'll abandon me again. When will you consider me as your common enemy? Protect her. What's more? Even if I thought you would do this in the future. There's no sadness at all. I lifted my lips. Ironically, you said. What does this mean? He understands. This means that I don't love him anymore. We're really over now. He loosened his grip. There is pleading in the eyes. I spent half a day cleaning up the rental house. The second day. I am radiant with radiance. Engage in work. When sending documents to Pei Jiayan. His gaze fell on my empty middle finger. I was stunned for a while. Retract your gaze. He said leisurely that he has an opportunity to be sent abroad next month. Our department has 2 spots available. I recommended you. You can go back and think about it. Overseas assignment. I was stunned by this sudden news. When was it recommended? Next week. Oh. He actually gave me a smile. Kindness is revealed in kindness. Go out and bring the door. You've had a long day. Shut the door. I feel like I'm dreaming. This is the first time Pei Jiayan has smiled at me. When I thought he was going to be a cold and ruthless boss. Some time ago. He saw the engagement ring on my middle finger for the first time. Not saying a word. Frowned straight. Regret flashed in his eyes. It's like talking about a good person. Why can't I figure it out? Since the day of the fight. He never laughed. We secretly call him Buxiazi. In my settled life. Su Yun is the only disgusting thing. He calls every day. I blocked one after another. He doesn't give up. Another short essay. I ignored it for a few days. He couldn't hold back anymore. Holding a large bouquet of flowers in hand. Standing downstairs in the bustling work area. Come towards me. He happily reached out his hand to me, Chunoe. The watch is fixed. This watch is the cheapest thing on Su Yun's body. I used the money from part-time jobs in my freshman year. The most expensive birthday gift I bought while biting my teeth. He wears it for 7 years. A friend once laughed at him for wearing such a cheap watch. He immediately lowered his face and said that this was the most precious thing to me from head to toe. That friend was scared and dared not make fun of him anymore. But it's also him. Wearing the watch I gave you. Took care of Jiyu overnight. I don't know that night. Has he checked the time? I thought about waiting for him at home. I pursed my lips. It has nothing to do with me. You have nothing to do with me either. I rode away on my small battery with a long distance. Su Yun was born with a golden spoon in his mouth. Life goes smoothly and smoothly. I guess the walls I've touched several times are all on me. I didn't expect him to give up yet. Surprisingly, we found foreign aid. When Jiyu's text message was sent over. I laughed angrily. Where did they get their faces from? I still made it to the appointment. Look at what medicine she sells in the gourd. See me. Jiyu said with grievance that Suyun asked me to come over and explain our relationship. Sister Chunhoe. There really isn't anything between us. Suyun let me join the company because we were classmates. I have already resigned. On the wedding day, I was joking too much. I'm sorry. I know I was wrong. As long as you are willing to forgive me. Forgive Suyun. I am willing to do whatever you ask me to do. Speak up. She sobbed loudly. Beauty shedding tears. Suyun must have felt heartbroken after watching it. But I. Without that heart. Really? Kneeling down is also acceptable. Jiyu Dunju. Half a day later. She said with great righteousness that as long as you are willing to forgive Suyun. I do. Zhou Qianoe. That's enough. Are you really going to be so aggressive? Suyun's voice came from Jiyu's phone placed on the desktop. The proud look in the eyes of Shang Jiyu. I see. What about calculating me? I can do whatever she says with my hands crossed. I'm just making a condition. You're in a hurry. Since there is no sincerity. Why invite me out? Jiyu's face revealed mockery. The tone is urgent. Don't argue over me. I kneel down. I kneel down. Then. She hung up the phone. I'm amazed. Jiyu proudly said that I won. Suyun still doesn't want to part with me. I feel strange why I have to compete with you for a cheap man I don't want. From small to large. I have surpassed learning, diligence, education, and resume. I have never competed in garbage grabbing before. Jiyu's face darkens. You can't eat grapes and say they're sour. I laugh. Suyun can't bear to part with you. Why did you have to leave the company? She actually became happy. Suyun didn't tell you. He knows I like fashion design. Did you help me open a studio? I feel a chill in my heart. It's not her fault for laughing. There's a clown sitting in front of me. Who sees who laughs? The language of Jiyu is full of lofty pity, and you don't really think we're just friends, do you? Do you know the night the robbery occurred? When you called. What are we doing? Do something very happy. I told him not to answer. He really won't answer. At that time, your parents happened to come to your school to block you from asking for money. Still planning to kidnap you, right? You still have to thank me. If it weren't for me making Suyun so happy. He won't feel sorry for you either. After skiing with me. Specially rushing back. Just saved you. She blinked her eyes pitifully. Your family doesn't love you either. So disgusting. Why is it so disgusting? That was when I was in my junior year. It was also after that incident that happened. I have made up my mind. Take the independent household registration book. A name that will accompany me for 21 years without any blessings. Change to Zhou Qiaonoe. 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 I want to be the son of my own spring. Su Yun accompanies me. Encourage me. Stand by me. Original. Behind these unconditional supports. He betrayed my guilt. I clenched my fists tightly. Suppressed the nausea of stomach churning. You're so dirty. She didn't think much of it. What qualifications do you have to say about us? Su Yun has been abroad for so long. He came back to China to find you. Have you gone to find him? You know he's under a lot of pressure to fail his exams. Knowing he was subjected to racial discrimination. Knowing he was robbed. The more Jiyu speaks, the angrier he gets. It seems like I did something heinous and he got into trouble. It's all me accompanying him. What can you do? You don't even want to buy a plane ticket. You will only enjoy his love. I looked towards sitting in the corner. I don't know how many people you've heard, but you think so too, Su. Is it? Jiyu followed my gaze with confusion. His face turned pale instantly. Su Yun stumbled over. Trembling body. What does he want to say? I don't know where to start. I don't understand from the bottom of my heart. I only enjoy your love. Is that so? Su Yun. Have I really not done anything for you? Professional courses he doesn't understand. I stayed up all night watching online classes. Help him organize the course outline. Help him sort it out a little bit more. He encountered racial discrimination. I'm not by his side. I spent a week with all my free time. Search for massive amounts of data. I wrote a paper on how to deal with racial discrimination correctly for him. He had no thoughts for a long time on his graduation thesis. It's me who is gradually learning professional terminology. Help him modify the framework and review what I did. In his opinion. Surprisingly, he only enjoys his efforts. I examined him with extremely unfamiliar eyes. Like the first time I met him, Suin. You're so dirty. How do you match? I don't have a visa. I have never flown before. I have only seen the place he went in books. When I first fell in love with a foreign country. I am extremely anxious. He said that no distance can diminish my love for you. Su Yun will always only like Zhou Qiaonoe. In the 3rd year of going abroad. His promise was invalidated. It seems. Promise is only valid when in love. Being outdated is bullshit. I sneer at you, you despicable men and women. You're a mess. Internal digestion is sufficient. Why is it dragging me down? Did you say you don't like foreign love and don't like me anymore? Want to break up with me? I will continue to cling to you with all my might. You really overestimate yourself. You underestimated me. If you tell me you can't bear the loneliness and sleep with this garbage. I took a taxi and ran away. I left the two of them behind. Even if you take a closer look, you're afraid of an explosion. I told Pei Jiayan that night that I agreed to be sent abroad. In the first place. This is a great opportunity for growth. Secondly. Su Yun and Ji Yu have polluted the air in the city. I'll go out for some fresh air. When I was busy applying for a visa. I heard from friends who attended the wedding that Su Yun and Ji Yu are having a heated argument. Su Yun wants Ji Yu to repay the 1 million he invested in the studio. Threat of prosecution. Where did Ji Yu get the money? Crying, making noise, and hanging. In theory, her family can provide for her to study abroad. The economic situation should be good. My friend answered my question. Ji Yu study abroad. It was her ex-boyfriend who paid for it. Her ex-boyfriend has money. Not lacking that point. Before they got married. My ex-boyfriend discovered that Ji Yu was dating Su Yun behind his back during his undergraduate studies. Immediately cut off all funding to Ji Yu. She also couldn't find a job abroad. Ji Yu thought of Su Yun again. My friend said. Su Yu is silly. Deceived by Ji Yu. Am I mocking him as a 3-year-old child? What you and I wish for. I really need to hit the board. Ji Yu is at most 30 boards. Even 70 boards are not enough to satisfy Su's hatred. What are you pretending to be? A pure and innocent big boy. I said thank you to her. But in the future, you don't have to tell me about them anymore. I don't care. But a few days later, I still know that Soo-yeon told Ji-yu. She's not paying back the money. Becoming a deadbeat. A few days later, my visa has finally come down. Before going abroad, I received a call from a friend of Soo-yeon's. He anxiously said to his sister-in-law, "You should come to the hospital quickly. Eucalyptus alcohol poisoning is receiving emergency treatment." He said that after breaking up with me. Soo-yeon drinks alcohol just like drinking water. I hung up the phone. Silent recitation, no belief in rumors. Do not spread rumors. The second day. Soo-yeon is like an innocent person. Call me on my friend's phone, Xiao Zhou. Xiao Zhou. I'm hospitalized. Didn't you say you would bring me food every day? I want to eat your congee. I like to eat any congee you cook. When will you come over? I miss you so much. I thought I could see you just by opening my eyes. He talks incessantly. Gentle and affectionate voice. I interrupted him. Don't play dumb, Soo-yeon. Outdated promises are incalculable. He remained silent for a long time. You just choked up and said you won't forgive me, will you? You ruined my fantasy of love, and I sighed. And I am afraid that I have to go. A reminder to urge ticket checking was broadcasted. Soo-yeon's side is restless. He's panting heavily, Zhou Chaonaway. Where are you going? I hummed, the country bumpkin is also going abroad. I hung up the phone. Remove the SIM card from the phone. Get on the plane. I am embarking on a new journey in life. I was very busy when I first landed. Busy adapting to the environment and adapting to work. Half a month later. I am familiar with the work rhythm here. I have restored contact with my domestic colleagues and often share gossip. That day. She told me that Director Pei got into a fight with someone at noon. Who surprised me? Pei Jiayan got into a fight. I can't associate him with fighting at all. He has neatly combed hair and ironed suits without any wrinkles every day at work. When encountering difficult problems to solve, he will subconsciously frown and then push the pair of thin-framed black-rimmed glasses. Compared to company executives. His gentle and refined appearance. More like an undergraduate professor. Such a person. Surprisingly fighting. The contrast is too great. Colleague, take a cold breath from your ex-boyfriend. I am greatly shocked. My colleagues seem to know each other. When we started fighting, I heard your ex-boyfriend scolding him for prying open the wall. The supervisor shouted, "You're not worthy of her." She slowed down and her tone was filled with excitement and thick gossip. Is that you? You are crazy. My colleague Nendeo is also. I can't tell. Ha! Ha! Midnight. I am lying in bed. Toss and turn restlessly. Pei Jiayan fought with Soo-yeon for me. I shuddered. There is a greater possibility that he simply dislikes Soo-yeon. Soo-yeon is so annoying. I stayed at this branch for 2 years. On the same day, I received a notification to return to my home country. And a congratulatory email for promotion. After returning to China, I finally have my own office. I caressed the leather sofa chair. I have developed a desire to become the general manager for 3 years in my heart. The grand plan to be promoted to CEO in 5 years and marry a wealthy and handsome man. Someone knocked on the door. Interrupt my ambition. I coughed and pretended to say it in. The new department manager pushed open the door with a rare smile. Long time no see. This afternoon's tea is milk tea. The 6th year after graduation. I bought my own 2-bedroom and 1 living room. I walked out of the sales office and saw a tail curled up at the door. A little kitten screaming at the top of its lungs. 2-month-old appearance with wet body. Light yellow fur tightly adheres to the skin. Thin and small. I feel heartbroken as I watch. Use a tissue to help it dry its body. I waited with it for another 2 hours. Its mother still hasn't come. I reached out my hand to it and whispered, "Do you want to come home with me?" A miracle happened. It crawled towards me while screaming. The tail is raised high. The sound is sharp and thin. Then I lay on my shoes and played with my shoelaces. My little head is shaking and swaying. My heart instantly softened into a puddle of water. Wrap it with clothes. Pick it up. Touch its small nose. You don't have a mom or dad, it's perfect. I didn't have either. In the future. Let's be companions. Wedding venue. Soo-yeon's secretary replaced our photos with their group photo. I became the laughingstock of the entire audience. But Soo-yeon protected her. She was just joking. I gave him 3 chances. This is the last time. I can laugh and laugh. Are you getting married or not? I have known Soo-yeon since middle school. It's been 13 years now. The 7th year of dating. He finally proposed to me. Romantic nights. Fireworks bloom in the sky. Beautiful enough to make people intoxicated. Soo-yeon knelt down on one knee. Fireworks cast a soft glow of spring light on his handsome face. Can I become your family? I couldn't hold back my tears. His words. I waited for a whole 7 years. Therefore, I attach great importance to the wedding in a month's time. Specially request half a month of annual leave and follow the procedures. Carefully arrange a wedding of my dreams. However, on the wedding day, the video on the big screen is not the one I spent 3 nights editing. But it's him and his secretary. A group photo of Jiu. Snow mountain skiing. Sea surfing. Cliff bungee jumping. They conquered extreme sports together. No one can say a perfect match. I don't have any family. I don't have many friends either. Most of the guests are relatives and friends of Soo-yeon. I don't know who asked first what the situation was. That woman doesn't seem to be the bride, is she? This sentence is like throwing a stone into a cylinder in an instant. Stirring up a great deal of discussion. Their curious, gossipy, and sarcastic eyes shot at me one after another. I am wearing a wedding dress. Standing in front of the big screen in confusion. Search for the whereabouts of Soo-yeon. He stood with Jiu. There was surprise on his face. Facing my gaze. He instinctively stood in front of her. I was stunned. At this moment. What's in my heart? Silently decaying. I met Soo-yeon in the 2nd year of junior high school. Based on his family background, junior high school should not be transferred to an ordinary junior high school in a backward town. After getting to know each other, he told me it was because of a fight. Thrown into town. Let grandma who doesn't want to move to a big city watch. He listens to his grandmother the most. Before Soo-yeon transferred, I don't have any friends. Because my name is Jo Indy. My task is to lure my younger brother. And taking care of my younger brother. In my 1st year of junior high school, I made an appointment with a new classmate to go play on Saturday. My mom ran into us on the street. Be furious. Charge up and hit me. She scolded my classmates for taking me to play every day. It took my heart wild. I don't know how to take good care of my younger brother at home. My classmate was scolded and cried. The next day, the news spread. No one wants to be friends with me anymore. I am sitting alone in the corner of the classroom. Like a mold growing in the corner of a wall. Accidentally getting contaminated can lead to great danger. Therefore, everyone chooses to avoid it. Only Soo-yeon. After casually throwing my backpack on my desk, I sat here. Desk mate. Your advice are most welcome. Soo-yeon is not stingy. Fear nothing and no one. He looked like he could withstand the collapse of the sky all day long. Before the middle school entrance examination. I am depressed and melancholic. I know this is my last day at school. My parents have already discussed it. Send me to an acquaintance's factory as soon as I graduate. Working to buy a house and marry a wife for my younger brother. Soo-yeon thought I was approaching the middle school entrance examination. High pressure. Changing ways to make me happy, desk mate. You are the top student in your grade. City number 1 middle school is not stable. What anxiety. One day. I couldn't resist it. Crying and telling him. I can't read anymore. Soo-yeon listened. Silence lasted for a long time. Then pat my head. With a cheerful smile, I am here. I will make sure you read the book. He begged his father. I swear to study hard in high school. In exchange for my freedom to read. The price was to give the Zhou family's parents 500,000 yuan. After receiving the admission letter from City number 1 high school, I solemnly tell him that no matter how much you do in the future, I will forgive you. Soo-yeon doesn't take it seriously. Why are you talking nonsense? Brother is so good to you. He also returned to the city in high school. At the international high school next door to us. They come looking for me all day long. His friends often make fun of us. I blushed and lowered my head. I'm so nervous that I don't know what to say. That time he took me back to the dormitory. Suddenly asked me what they said. What do you think? What do you mean? I didn't react for a while. He exploded all at once. Scratch one's ears and cheeks in embarrassment. Like a monkey brother treating you so well. What do you mean? I muttered softly, I'm only good to you. What? I'm so shy that I don't know what to do. Let's take a few steps and talk about it after graduation. Soo-yun caught up. With a silly smile on his face. Keep up with me with a light and agile pace, as you said. Don't be kind to others. After the college entrance examination. We naturally interact with each other. Even if he studies abroad. I also run to China whenever I have free time. Over the course of 4 years. He saved up a thick stack of plane tickets. My undergraduate roommate said. We made them believe in love. After graduating from undergraduate studies. Soo-yun returns to China. We get along like ordinary couples. Within 3 years. I immerse myself in happiness and sweetness every day. Until the emergence of Jiyu. Jiyu is Soo-yun's newly hired secretary. The first time I found out about her was on the evening when Soo-yun returned from a social gathering. He drinks a little too much. Lean on her. Jiyu looks very beautiful. Baby face. Big eyes. A very friendly and likable appearance. She greeted me with a smile and said hello, Miss Zhou. Mr. Soo has been drinking. I'll take him home. Soo-yun hasn't drunk so much in a long time. I feel extremely heartbroken. Reaching out to help him. Soo-yun closed his eyes and pushed away my hand. Looking at the suspended hand. I was stunned. Ji-yu whispered in his ear, Mr. Soo. You're home now. Soo-yun lazily opened his eyes. Pounce into my arms. Bury your head on my shoulder and neck. Sticky talking about my wife. The strange feeling that suddenly rose in me was shattered. Thank you to Ji-yu for bringing him back. I am Mr. Soo's secretary. This is my responsibility. Ji-yu was awkwardly right. Sister Chunhui. I just started working. The previous secretary's sister left too quickly. I didn't clarify many of Mr. Soo's habits. May I add your WeChat? What I don't know in the future. May I ask you? Come on. Come on. She clasped her hands together. The sincere appearance is irresistible. I nodded. I added her contact information. I'll help Soo-yun wipe it briefly. Put on your pajamas again. The second day. I just cooked congee. He just woke up. Embrace me from behind. Sighing, my wife. It's very nice of you. I awkwardly pushed him away. Why did you drink so much last night? Soo-yun, sit down. Dan Randao Ji-yu doesn't know how to drink alcohol. I helped her block a few glasses. My action of serving congee stopped for a moment. A thought came to mind. Since she doesn't know how to drink. Why did you take her to social events? Last. I didn't ask. I never inquire about his work. I believe in him. I don't want to question him about my subtle jealousy. Ji-yu added me on WeChat and had several communications with me. For example, how much sugar does Soo-yun add to his coffee? What are the dietary restrictions for food? A very normal question. It made me feel like the suspicion that day was unfounded. So I felt a little guilty towards her. Answer questions with all your heart and soul. Until something happened on my birthday. Let me realize that Soo-yun's understanding of Ji-yu is extraordinary. He came back from work early that night. When I blow out candles. He sat across from me. The expression carries a hint of nonchalance. Occasionally looking down at your phone. After I make my wish. He is frowning. Keep a close eye on your phone. It seems like encountering some extremely difficult task. I can't help but speak, Soo-yun. What's up? Squeak. Soo-yun suddenly stood up. The chair moves with his movements. Scratching the floor makes a piercing sound. He was completely unaware. Pick up your coat and hurry out, Chunhui. Something happened to the company. I'll go take a look. This urgency must be a big deal, right? My heart lifted up. Grab his hem. What are you worried about? Do you want me to accompany you? No need. He pushed my hand away without looking back. Until the door closes heavily. He didn't even glance at me. After he left, I have been sitting in the living room all along, worried about disturbing him. I only occasionally send a few messages asking if it has been resolved. The exquisite cake gradually melts. Turn the hour hand slowly to 11. He hasn't replied to my messages yet. So busy. I opened WeChat. I would like to inquire about what happened at GU Company. Accidentally clicked into her friend circle. 9 p.m. at night. She posted a really unlucky message. I fell a dog while skiing and ate shit. Attached is a photo of her lying in a cast on a hospital bed. 9 o'clock. It was the time when Soo-yeon was in a hurry to leave. My heart suddenly skipped a beat. My chest is a bit empty. It seems like there's something bad going on. Coming soon. At this moment. Her social circle has been updated. The photo reveals the hem of the man's clothes. Black suit. A good material that can be seen at a glance. Wearing a black watch on the skinny wrist resting on the edge of the bed. The one in my hand is a pair. She complained on her social media that she didn't need companionship and refused to leave. The stubbornness that cannot be changed even when returning to China. My head feels like it's been hit hard. It hurts a little. I'm a bit confused. Do they know each other abroad? Why didn't Soo-yeon say anything? I clicked into the chat page. I would like to inquire about GU. But accidentally patted her. She immediately sent a message apologizing, Sister Chunaway. I just found out that tonight is your birthday. Are you okay, alone? Don't worry. I'm urging Mr. Soo to go back now. Just a few minutes. She sent another message from Sister Chunaway. He won't leave. Soo-yeon didn't come back until the next morning. I sat in the living room all night. He was startled when he pushed open the door. Why are you sitting here? I lifted my head. Showing bloodshot eyes, where did you go last night? Soo-yeon walked over and squatted in front of me, didn't I tell you? Is there anything going on for the company? Of course, I went to the company. I whispered and added GU's WeChat. Soo-yeon's eyebrows skipped a beat. The calm expression gradually disintegrated. Next second. He let out a sigh. Raise your hands and surrender. In a slightly humorous tone. I'm sorry, wife, for trying to lightly expose this matter. I lied to you. GU and I were undergraduate classmates. She has helped me abroad before. Now her family is all abroad. Last night, I broke my bone in the hospital and no one took care of me. I'm thinking of going over and taking a look at her. Why didn't you tell me? He smiled apologetically and said, I'm afraid you might think too much. He knows. He's hiding everything from me. That's why I think too much. You hire her as a secretary. It's because of her ability. It's still your classmate friendship. I bit the last 4 words particularly hard. Of course, it's because of her abilities. I have absolutely no ulterior motives. Wife. Do you believe me? He didn't know. When he said that, subconsciously twitched the corner of his mouth. I know him too well. I know his guilty little movements like the back of my hand. Soo-yeon told me 3 times that I was there. I gave him 3 chances. No matter what he did, I will forgive him. So I chose to pretend not to see his guilt. Make yourself blind. Hug him with grievance. Last night was my birthday. You promised to accompany me every year. Don't leave me behind in the future. Soo-yeon's face showed a relaxed smile, obeying the order. However, he didn't do it. Half a month later, he left me behind again. We are currently living in the large flat he bought in the city center. Not far from our company. When he first returned to his home country, toughly picked me up and dropped me off several times to and from work. We can't take it anymore soon. The traffic jam is too severe. I prefer my electric car. 15 minutes direct. After what happened on my birthday night. He doesn't know if he wants to make up for me. Volunteered to pick me up from work. I didn't refuse. We are all carefully repairing that invisible barrier. He persisted for half a month. That afternoon, he told me there's a social gathering tonight. There's no way to pick me up. Received this message. I actually breathed a sigh of relief. Even if it rains, I have to wear a raincoat and ride a bike. It's better than us being in a narrow car. tacitly remained silent. His compensation made me feel uneasy. Being sorry is the only way to make up for it. I don't want him to constantly remind me. Between me and others. He left me behind. After work that day. My boss suddenly stopped me. He was transferred top note. Compared to the previous leader's humor and wit. He appears much more introverted and composed. We have secretly counted before. He laughs no more than 10 times a month. The day when I laughed the happiest. Operations finally switched afternoon tea from coffee to milk tea. Our company does not have the habit of working overtime. I'm worried that he brought bad habits from his previous company. I didn't expect him to say that it was your boyfriend who came to pick you up during this time. I don't like to talk about personal matters with colleagues. Not to mention being the immediate superior. I'll tactfully say that this shouldn't have any impact on my work. Pei Jiayan nodded. Switch the phone accordingly. Show me a photo, indeed. However, coincidentally, I am Su Yun's senior brother. Still skiing with them. The photos suddenly appeared in front of me unexpectedly. At first glance, I saw the intimate behavior of the men and women above. They are wearing ski suits of the same color scheme. Su Yun embraced Ji Yu in his arms. With a cheerful smile on his face. It's the usual exuberance he had in his youth. No matter how the two of them look at it. They are like a sweet couple. What am I? Is it a joke? A huge sadness surged towards me. I can't breathe for a moment. Grasp the photo tightly. My body keeps trembling. Outside floor window. The gloomy sky pressed down heavily. My waist is bent under the pressure. So they're in a place I can't see. Once so intimate. This makes my self-deception and pretending to be deaf and mute during this period seem so ridiculous. Pei Jiayan's slightly pitying gaze fell on me. They had a good relationship in their sophomore year. I've always heard that Su Yun has a girlfriend in China. I didn't expect it to be you. Why are you telling me that my voice is hoarse? He could have pretended not to know anything. I have seen people pretend to be deaf and mute when they know their friends are cheating. People who automatically form a male alliance. Why can't we say his black eyes hidden behind the lenses flash in confusion? I reminded Su Yun. This is not right. Seeing me not speaking. He was a little upset. My eyebrows furrowed slightly. Shouldn't I tell you? No. I am very grateful to you. Can you send me the photo? He moved his finger. The photo has been sent over. Without lifting his head, he added, don't let these affect work. Waiting for Su Yun's return time. I recall 4 years of college. Has he ever shown any signs of distraction? The answer is yes. But I have never thought about it in this way. I trust him wholeheartedly. Just when abroad. He's holding my schedule. Call me at any opportunity. He can talk about things as big as sesame seeds. I don't know when it will start. We're talking less and less. He returned to his home country to find me. We looked at each other in confusion. I can't come up with a topic to talk about for an hour. I was very anxious at that time. Reflection on weather experiences are vastly different. We gradually lost common ground. Can we keep going like this? I express my concerns. Su Yun comforted me. Can you sit quietly with me? It is already the greatest happiness. But sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night. You can see him facing his phone. Laughing happily. There was even a robbery at his school once. I caught a glimpse of my phone's push notifications during morning class. I was so scared that I slipped into the hallway from behind and called him. Around 9 p.m. over there. Su Yun didn't answer the phone. Did something happen to him? I was so scared by the scene I imagined that I curled up in the corner and cried. Fight over and over again. Simultaneously searching for how to quickly apply for a visa. In an hour. He finally connected. Hoarse voice. I said I fell asleep. He didn't encounter any danger. I'm afraid I'm worried. You didn't tell me. After hanging up the phone. I feel a sense of melancholy in my heart. In limine. He called me and talked for half an hour when he spilled oil on his hands while cooking. Since when? I'm not the one he shares everything with anymore. I didn't even think about it. Does the background sound of water mean something? Su Yun only opened the door in the middle of the night. Our gaze is aligned. He seems to have sensed something. Subconsciously wanting to step back. This action hurts my eyes. He also understands how strange this action is. Pursed lips. Pretending to be doing nothing, why haven't you gone to bed so late? Who did you take to the social gathering today? Soo-yeon angrily said, you're having wild thoughts again. I overthinked it. Or are you feeling guilty? I placed the printed photos on the table. He raised his eyebrows. How could you have stolen the photo? I want to laugh. I can't laugh anymore. Excuse me, is this important? His first reaction was to question. Instead of explaining, Soo-yeon touched his nose and took a photo. Why are you being so serious? If I had taken a photo of myself hugging a boy like this during my undergraduate studies. He didn't even wait for me to finish speaking. Black-faced and sternly interrupted, impossible. His chest was heaving violently. Just saying something. He's just so angry. Double standards to the extreme. Do you mind me doing this? Why did you do it? Or rather, you were dating her at that time. What nonsense are you talking about when Soo-yeon is so angry? Just one photo. As for it, a robbery occurred the day before. We are under a lot of pressure. She comforted me. He even pulled me skiing together. There are many people taking photos together. I am quite familiar with her. Just squeezed a spot. You're under a lot of pressure. Can you tell me? He didn't hesitate to refute and tell you what's the use. Can you still come see me? You are always busy. Busy with your studies. Busy with your work. Busy earning that little money. What is my ranking in your heart? Let me tell you. Do you care? I looked at him in shock. I can't believe these words would come out of his mouth. I thought he knew. I am working hard for the future with him. I'm not him. I have no way out.